It's time to get started on this piece of hardware here. Well, this is the original engine out of this bike. It was running when I pulled it out. I removed it and put a race bike engine in that bike for quite a while. But I think this one was getting a little bit tired. I need to remove this hose. And I'm going to pull the head off and put some solder inside there and get a squish band measurement. I disconnected this coolant hose back here. Now I can take the head off. 10. It's always fun to do this, isn't it? To see what's going on inside these things. This engine has about 11,000 miles on it, so I'm very curious. I'm wondering if it is on the stock bore or not. Go to a bigger weapon here. Wow, looks pretty good. Unbelievably good. It's definitely been opened up before. Looks to me like they reused a head gasket maybe, because this looks like Permatex copper seal here. And these pistons are first overbore. That's a 25. See what I did there? I put some solder on top of the piston. Now I'm going to put the head back on and secure it and ram those pistons up into the head, and then take the head back off and measure these pieces of solder to give me a squish measurement. Okay, I'm going to remove this side cover to get the crank to move. This engine doesn't have the stator on there. I used it on the replacement engine, or the borrowed engine, or the race engine that I had in the bike. I took it off this engine and put it on that one. The side cover has to come off anyway, right? I'm supposed to jam a screwdriver down in here, right? And pry on it really hard. That bottom is really stuck on there. Oh, there comes the oil. Let's see if I can get this thing to turn over using this nut. Uh-oh. Just spit one out. Came out of the exhaust port. Now, I know my solder fell apart in there. Real bad. You can see that my solder kind of fell apart on this side. This side it hit in 4 places. The pieces I recovered are measuring about 2 millimeters. Here's another one. This intake rubber looks pretty good. The other one's pretty well cracked up down here. It's going to have to be replaced. It has stock metal reed valves and what appears to be stock intake porting for sure. The power valve Phillips head screws, screw heads, are nicely stripped out. See if I can get them, break them loose. No. Yeah, no. Trying to re-Phillips these Phillips head screws. I did this first with a P1 tip and now a P2. Hopefully not wiping out the power valves in the process. Ah, yes. One and two. Those screws will be replaced with these when I put it back together. The coupler's in excellent shape. There we go. Not on this side. And that wrist pin doesn't want to come out. I'm going to see if I can press it out with this thing. Wow, man, really tight. There we go. I was taking this thing apart and everything was looking pretty good. The tops of both pistons really look pretty good, but this right side piston is in pretty rough shape, really rough shape. I don't know what this is about, but this is bad. Had a hard time getting this wrist pin to come out. I'm hoping Brian can help me out, tell me what was going on. To my very untrained eye, it looks like maybe things got a little hot down here. Maybe they weren't oiling properly or something. These rods, they're very dark, which perhaps is normal, but I thought they should be more of a bronze color. This left cylinder feels really good, nice and smooth. I thought I was going to be able to maybe just get away with a hone, but no. This cylinder, the right side cylinder, kind of mirrors what's going on with the piston there. Something went bad, so it's definitely going to have to be bored out. It's time for some music and gasket scraping. I pulled the power valve out of the, what is that, the right side cylinder already. I need to pull this one out and put a wrench on this guy. This is a long screw with a washer. Yuck. Got a little cleanup to do here. For this side, I'll put this long screw back in, washer, and the nut. And it's out. Got a couple power valve assemblies now to clean up. These are always fun. These don't look too bad though. I have used Easy Off oven cleaner on these in the past, but you do have to be, you better be very, very careful. One time I put Easy Off on these, I had them separated and I set it down like this, and it etched the mating surface in here really bad. The cylinders are just about ready to go out to get bored. I'm going to have to clean up the exhaust ports, the power valve area, but they're almost ready to go get bored for second over, hopefully. The gasket surfaces here are all nice and cleaned off, top and bottom on both of them. I'm going to go back to turning on the music so I can clean this guy up. Look at that. Got some chunky stuff inside the thermostat area.